I thought I'd start my channel with a bit of a book haul. I've acquired a lot of books recently and I thought I'd share them with you guys because I'm really excited to read them all. I read one of them actually, kind of. I thought I'd show you them. Yeah, so without further ado, I got some books from Amazon. One of them hasn't come yet, but I'm still going to do it because I really want to do this video and I don't want to wait for the book, so when that book comes I'll stick it in a future book haul. If I ever do, I will do a future book haul, trust me. Okay, first book I got was Stoner by John Williams. Yay. Little story, I go to a college where I have to walk past the Waterstones every morning, like I have to, like it is literally the quickest route to my college, walking past Waterstones from the train station, and luckily it's normally shut when I walk past it, so I can just kind of look in the window and then kind of move on, and my wallet kind of sighs with relief. Yay. So, but during the Christmas period it opened early, so I'd kind of nip in for college because I'm always early, and this had its own section, basically, and I'd never heard of it, even though it said it was a vintage book, classic, kind of like a modern classic, I guess, modern American classic, I think, but I think that's very apt. It says on the cover, the greatest novel you've never read. Well, we're going to see about that, aren't we, because I'm going to read it, and we'll see. But yeah, it's about a guy called William Stoner, who he dies, and no one really remembers him, and it's all about his life, and how it was kind of cool and important, and yeah, I just feel like this is going to be one of those books that really makes you think about life and everything, and apparently it's written really, really well as well. Beautifully written on the back from New York Times, and it's a floppy one. I like floppy books. Yay! Next one. Woo! I am so excited, like so pathetically excited to read this next book. I wanted to read it forever. The Invention of Hugo, Cabret by Brian Selznick. Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! Oh! Oh! I've wanted to read this book forever. As I've just mentioned, the film Hugo came out, and I never saw it, even though I really, really wanted to. Wasn't it like nominated for Oscars? I didn't watch it. Really, really wanted to. And then I found out about the book afterwards, and I was like, oh my god, right, that's it now, I need to read the book, and then I'll watch the film. And then I saw the book everywhere, but it was like 15 quid. And I was like, oh. And you can't get it cheap anywhere, because I think the only edition you can get is this one. There's the bigger one. This is actually small, like for a hardback, it's like a small hardback. But I don't think you can get it in like a paperback or anything because it's so pretty and unique, and it has all the pictures in it. It has all the pictures in it. Look, I've opened it on a page about pictures. Look at that. It's just beautiful. And I don't. You think the kid on the side looks like the kid from I'm On Free? Not when you open it up. When you open it up, it looks like a completely different person. But from here, kid from I'm On Free. That's what I thought anyway, whatever. But the cover and just all of it, it's just so pretty. Like, look at that. Oh, and the pages, oh, it's so beautiful. And anyway, yeah, it's about a orphaned boy who lives kind of within a train station in Paris, and a load of shit goes down apparently. With this big mystery and stuff. Yeah, I don't even know that much about it, and I'm still excited to read it. And oh, this book, this book, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Now, everybody in the universe and any other multiverse has been talking about this book, and I really want to read it, so I bought it on Amazon because it was really cheap, and I got in this cover, and it's a floppy one, so I like floppy books, and the text is really small in this, like, it's longer than it looks. I'm really excited to read this. Everyone knows what it's about by now, but basically, if I get this right, it's set in the future. I think it's set 30 years in the future, like 2044, if I remember, and a bit of a shitty world that they live in, but there's a video game, if I can recall, and if you complete the video game, there's loads of like references to the 80s and stuff, apparently. You complete the video game, you kind of win the video game, and you win something, and it's a big quest. I've described that book horrifically, but I think everybody knows what it's about by now. Ready Player One, Ernest Cline. Next book, Room by Emma Donoghue. It's about a kid called Jack, who's 5, lives in this singular room with his mum, because his mum was kidnapped, not kidnapped, abducted. Abducted, and then she had a child, and his mum has basically kind of tried to give him a good life, and basically told him that the room is kind of the entire world, and that's what this kid believes. So he has kind of a very warped sense of reality, and it's told from the kid's point of view as well. So I am so excited, because that sounds so different from anything I've ever read, and really, really interesting. And apparently, even though it's written from a 5-year-old's point of view, it's not too simple, and it's not like unrealistic that it's written, and it's just done so well. The voice of the narration is apparently done so well, and it was shortlisted for the Man Booker Prize. It's a #1 bestseller, and it's a TV Book Club 2011 winner, according to all that stuff on the cover. So yay, that's really exciting. I really, really want to read more non-fiction. And I'm really excited for this one, like so excited, and everyone else will just be like, I don't care. But it is The Mystery of the White Lions, Children of the Sun God by Linda Tucker. Now, I am obsessed with white lions. Like, I think they're the most beautiful creatures on earth. I mean, look at that. Like, look at that creature. It is, like, you just want to ride one of those into some kind of battle in Narnia. Like, that is, come on. I want one in my house. I'll just keep it in the garden, it's fine. But it's about white lions. It's about kind of everything about them, because they're endangered, kind of, and a lot of them are kind of kept in captivity, and they're poached, canned poaching. And look it up, I'll leave a link down here about like a website to do with white lions to go into more detail, because I'm just gonna like ruin it. But this whole book is about them trying to save the white lions, how important they are, their history as well. One of the bits I'm most excited about, their history, and how all kind of the African tribes and stuff believe that they are like children of the sun god, and they're really, really important. And it's such a contrast, because there's the people killing them and poaching them, and the people who worship them. They're like the creature that people worship. And it's all about this woman, the woman who's wrote it, it's all about her looking after her pride. I mean, look at that. There's pictures of her with a little lion. I want to be her. And I'm really excited to read this. I got this for Christmas from my friend, who's amazing, Banksy, Wall and Peas. Now, I'm pretty certain everyone's heard of Banksy. In the UK anyway, he's pretty popular, but Banksy is a graffiti artist, to put it bluntly. But he uses stencils, very famous stencils, and he can like speed spray paints with these stencils, and he just kind of put messages everywhere. I mean, the cover is that really popular one where it's got an itchy eye. The guy throwing the flowers. And this whole book is just his artwork, really. And that's really, really cool, because I really love his artwork. I just think some of the stuff he says is insane. I mean, that's a really famous one, you know, the girl with the balloon. And it's just got a lot of quotes. It's got little stories as well. Little stories and little messages from Banksy as well. They've kept him anonymous. He's an anonymous graffiti artist, otherwise he'd get arrested. Like, I think he's wanted by the police. Speaking of which, the back quote on the book, there's no way you're going to get a quote from us to use in your book cover. Metropolitan Police spokesperson. That's brilliant. So thanks, Alex, for, you're not even going to watch this, but thanks, because I really like that book. It's awesome. And then I have another Christmas present that I got from my mum and dad, and it is massive. It is the Industrial Light and Magic, The Art of Special Effects by Thomas G. Smith, and the introduction is by George Lucas. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, this is cool. I mean, look at the back as well. That's really cool. I like the back. Yeah, and oh, when you take it off, when you take this off, when you undress the book, it's got this, like, you won't even be able to tell, but it's got like a cloth felt type feel to it, and then that's like a sticker, and oh, just, it's so beautiful. I love books like this. I love massive non-fiction books like this, and they're normally really expensive, and then you get them at the works for like £12, and I'm like, oh my god. I think that's what my mum and dad did, because I'm a film student, and they knew that I liked films, obviously, so they got me this because I'm really interested in special effects. But it's all about the company ILM, Industrial Light and Magic, who do the special effects for like Star Trek, Star Wars, all those big like sci-fi and other stuff like that. I think they did like E.T. and like Godzilla and stuff like that, and it's just like, it's got all these pictures of how they did things, and can't hold this up because it's so big, but it's really pretty, and there's just like pull-outs and stuff, like it all unfolds like that. I'm gonna hold this up and not like drop it on the floor. Look at that, that's really cool. So I got that. I haven't read much of it yet because it's humongous, but that's really awesome. It's got an introduction by George Lucas. Yay, really nerdy filmy thing. So yeah, that's all the books that I have acquired recently. Hope you enjoyed that. If you've read any of those, ecstatically comment that you've read one of those. Very happily comment, oh my god, that book's amazing, please read it now, and I will read that comment and I will read the book, because I am really excited for all of these and I just don't even know where to start, to be honest. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye!